welcome back. I hope all of you are having an amazingly beautiful day. So I put out some questions on my Instagram, and a lot of people wanted me to do a Q&A, and they asked some questions. So I'm going to answer some of the most asked questions that I got, and I figured maybe all of you might be curious about these questions too. So one of the first questions that I got is, how long have I been an esthetician? I've been an esthetician for almost 15 years, and I've owned my own spa for 12 years. Actually today is the 12-year anniversary of my spa. Last year was a rough ride, so I'm very grateful to still be here and to have an amazing clientele who's been very supportive and caring through this trying time of 2020, and 2021 hopefully will be a lot better. The second question I got asked a lot is, what made me want to become an esthetician, and how did I get into skincare and the beauty industry? So I had beautiful skin my whole life. When I was younger, I was one of those girls who would wear, I don't know, it was when I was in college and high school, MAC makeup was really popular, and I would pile MAC makeup on my face, and I'd go to sleep at night, wake up in the morning, wash it off and start all over again, and I never had one blemish. And then when I got pregnant with my first child, I started having massive skin problems, and even after I had him, they got worse. Then when he was about 1 year old, I had cystic acne all over my face. And if any of you have ever struggled with cystic acne, you know how emotionally debilitating it could be. I got to the point where I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to go out on dinner dates. I felt very ugly. I felt very self-conscious. No matter how much makeup I put on, I could not cover up my cystic acne. And so I pivoted my life, and I started to go on this journey of skincare, health, and wellness. I discovered I had celiac disease. So once I started taking out gluten, and they actually had me take out beans out of my diet because beans have the same protease enzyme that gluten has. And I went on a very special diet, and my skin started to clear up, but I still had a lot of the scarring and aftermath of cystic acne. So I was in Hawaii with my ex-husband and our 2 children at that time, and I got a facial by this amazing woman with Eminence products, and she just talked about how she used to be a lawyer, and she became an esthetician and moved to Hawaii, and she loved her job, and she loved helping people, and she loved helping people feel beautiful. So I came back from my facial, and I was almost done with my grad school program, and I told my ex-husband that I wanted to become an incrustation. He's like, what? What do you want to become? I'm like, an incrustation. I had never heard of an esthetician before. I was more of an academic. So I looked it up and realized it was esthetician. So then I was like, esthetician, I want to become an esthetician. And a little backstory, I did my undergrad in mathematics and philosophy. I went to grad school in product development and manufacturing. So this would have been a big U-turn in my life. So my ex told me, he's like, why don't you think about this for a while? So I thought about it for a while, and I decided to go ahead and to not pursue a career in product development and manufacturing. I'm grateful for my education, and I'm grateful for what it gave me, and I'm grateful for all my friends that I met along that journey. But I'm so grateful that I met that woman and I had that amazing experience in Hawaii, and I made the choice to become an esthetician. So it was through my journey of having acne and having some health issues that I became an esthetician, and I love every day of it. I love helping people. I love making people feel beautiful, and I also love coaching people on health and wellness. So that's how I pivoted my life and became an esthetician. And then I worked for a big spa for about a year, and then I decided to open up my own place, and I've never looked back. And through all the ups and downs, I'm super grateful that I decided to choose this for my life passion, because I go to work every day, and I really, even through a rough year like 2020, I don't regret being a small business owner or being an esthetician and being a facialist and doing what I do. So it's kind of a long story, but that's how I became an esthetician. Then another question I got a lot of was, what if I could only choose two products, what would be my favorite products? And I'm kind of excluding cleanser out of this because we all need to cleanse our face AM and PM, but if I had to choose two beauty products, I'm really big on retinol. I've done a video how I didn't used to be big on retinol, but that I changed my mind a few years ago, and I acclimated my skin to retinol, and I just love the way my skin looks now using retinol. So I love the DermaQuest Retinol Peptide U Serum. And then for a moisturizer, my favorite product that I just love right now is the Eminence Camilla Glow Solid Face Oil. This stuff is just amazing. It's actually a bestseller in my spa right now. It's just a beautiful product. I have oily skin, and it just soaks into my skin, and I love the way my skin looks when I wake up in the morning. And I also wait 10 minutes after I put on the retinol, and I don't get the dryness and the flakiness that you can sometimes get from using a retinol. So these would be my two favorite skincare products. And then I also got asked, because some people follow me on Instagram and see that I do a lot of workouts, and they asked what is my favorite exercise program. So I started CrossFit. It'll be 6 years ago this spring. I absolutely love CrossFit. I was completely intimidated the first time I walked into a CrossFit gym. I knew none of the movements. I didn't even know what a clean and jerk, a snatch, a thruster. I was probably just walking around confused the first 6 months that I did CrossFit. But I stuck with it, and I was at an amazing CrossFit gym called Third Space, and everybody was very kind and compassionate, and they didn't make fun of you or make you feel awkward or bad if you didn't know half the movements, or if you weren't super strong, or you struggled. I couldn't even do a pull-up when I first started CrossFit, and I had never really lifted heavy weights. So it's been a journey for me, and I've stuck with it, and I've made some amazing friends along the way, and I've really gotten into strength sports, and I feel strength sports are super empowering for women. And this year, my goal, CrossFit has so many facets to it that a lot of people come in and then they find other passions through that, whether it be powerlifting or the Olympic lifts or some other type of functional fitness. So I actually really love the Olympic lifts, the clean and jerk and the snatch. So my goal this year is to qualify as a master's athlete in my weight class for the American Open. So I'm working on that. So that's what I do for exercise. So I encourage any of you, no matter what age you are, that trying a strength sport at least once in your life and not being intimidated, and just go out there and do it can really be life-changing. I feel right now, the phase I'm in my life, I feel the strongest, and I feel like I have the best body and the best athletic capabilities that I've ever had in my life. I'm doing CrossFit, and the CrossFit community is a really wonderful community of people. So it makes me excited to go work out every day. So that's what I do for exercise. And then I was asked if I take any sort of supplements or protein powder, and I do. I take this protein powder called Ascent. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with them. I wish I was, because it's a great product. And I really like this product because it's made in Colorado. It's manufactured in Colorado from grass-fed cows, and it has very simple ingredients. If any of you have followed my other videos, I've had digestive problems and then having celiac disease. I get my blood work done every year. I've done the Viome testing, so there's lots of things that I have to stay away from. So I like to keep my diet very simple, and I'm looking for the ingredients here. I think it only has like, oh, here it is. So this is just grass-fed whey protein, Colombian coffee, because I put this in my coffee in the morning, and monk fruit extract and sunflower lecithin. So those are the only ingredients in here. It tastes really good. I don't get, I used to get bloated and gassy from a lot of ways. So I've tried a lot, and this one I do really well with. And I also take their strawberry one. So I'll have the cappuccino one in my coffee in the morning. If you want me to do a tutorial on how I make this complicated coffee that my friends make fun of. I put whey protein and collagen powder and mushroom extracts and stuff in it. So that's what I do for breakfast in the morning. And then for supplement wise, I take, again, I have no affiliation with this company, but again, this is another great company. I like to support small businesses, being a small business myself. This company's out of Austin, Texas, and it's their On It Total Human. I used to take a bunch of different supplements separately, and that can get very expensive. So this is just an AM, PM pack that you take. And I really like this because they use just all natural ingredients, lots of mushroom extracts, chlorella, krill oil, minerals. So I take the Total Human. So that's the supplement that I take. Let's see what else questions. Oh, someone asked if I had kids. Yes, I have 2 boys. I have a 16-year-old son and a 13-year-old son. My 16-year-old actually just got his driver's license yesterday, so we were very nervous all weekend, and neither one of us slept very well on Sunday night. And on Monday, he took his driver's test and he passed, so I was super proud of him, and I kind of cried as a mom because it's like this first big milestone of your baby's growing up and becoming adults, and they're going to go out on their own soon. So it's kind of an emotional day for me. I went back. I don't know if any of you who have kids do this, like when your kids go through big milestones, I go through and I look at all their baby pictures, and then I tell them stories about when they were babies all the time, and I think they look at me like, okay, mom. But I said, it's okay, I'm your mom and I love you, and that's what moms are supposed to do. So what else? Oh, someone asked how tall I was and how much I weigh. So I'm a little under 5'8", and I'm 143 pounds. I have been trying to gain muscle to get up into a different weight class for the American Open. And I was asked if I follow a special diet. So I wouldn't necessarily say I follow a special diet per se. I have done the Viome and all those allergy tests because I have celiacs and I had digestion issues. So I keep foods out that cause digestive problems, and everybody is so different. I think I did a video a while ago. I can put it up here or link it down below. I was shocked, like spinach is a food I shouldn't have, and I was eating tons of spinach, and broccoli was a food I shouldn't have, and apples, and things that I thought that were really good for me were causing me a lot of digestive issues. And when I took those healthy foods out, which are like super healthy for some people, but not for me, I felt better. And then for me, milk is a superfood, and I always took dairy out of my diet. And when I put milk back into my diet, I feel so much better, and I feel stronger, and I recover from my workouts better. So I do dairy now, and I didn't do dairy for years until I took the Viome, and dairy was up there as a superfood for me. But it might not be a superfood for anybody else. But I do count my macros every day. So my kids make fun of me. I do weigh and measure all of my food because I do follow, I wouldn't say it's a diet, but I do follow a high protein diet, especially as we get older and you're doing a lot of sports or just in general. It can be harder for women to keep muscle mass on. So I take in 150 grams of protein a day. That's why I supplement with the whey, because that's really hard to get in just eating food. So I make sure that I get 115 grams of protein a day, usually through whey protein, and I'll have lean meats, and then I eat a lot of vegetables, and I have minimal fruit, and I barely have any grains in my diet. The only grain I'll eat occasionally, if before a workout, if I'm feeling a little low on energy, is I'll have some gluten-free oatmeal. I love the Trader Joe's one that has like the quinoa and the flaxseed in it. So I'll eat that. Oh, and here's Hero. Hero wants to say hi. He's running through the camera. He's my third child, I guess. He's very sweet, and he loves me very much. And so yeah, so I don't really follow a special diet, but I do count my macros, and I try to stay between 55 and 75 grams of fat a day. I think that, Hero, I love you too, baby. I think that having too little of fat for women, it messes up your hormones. So I try to keep that over 55 grams a day. I'm usually around 75 grams because I do put coconut oil in my coffee in the morning, and I like to cook my vegetables in grass-fed butter. And then my carbs, depending on the day, are somewhere between 150 and 250. If I'm lifting really heavy, I might even kick them up to 300. But for my carbohydrates, I do oatmeal and I do fruit. I used to do white rice, and I still do white rice once in a while, but I don't do well on potatoes and sweet potatoes either. They're foods that I should minimize in my diet. So I tend to try to get my carbohydrates from bananas and fruits and once in a while oatmeal. So that's kind of the diet I follow. And so yeah, so those are some questions about me. If you have any other questions burning questions you'd like to know, you can drop those down below. I hope all of you are having a wonderfully beautiful day. Maybe some of this information has helped you. Oh, and I almost forgot. I was gifted by the company. I've done lots of videos on them too, and I'll link them below. This is a really great company. And I was gifted their new LED face mask. So I wanted to give this away to someone. So in order to win this, all you have to do is be a subscriber, like this video, drop a comment down below, drop comments down below of content that you'd like to see me make. And in my video in 2 weeks from now, I'll announce the winner for this. It's a really nice face mask. What I love about all the new face masks that are coming out is so many of us are tired at the end of the day, and to like have to sit there and use a handheld LED can sometimes be a little tedious, but you can just pop this on your face and relax for, I believe it's 10 or 15 minutes. But yeah, this company makes a lot of great products. I'll link the company down below, and good luck to winning this. And I hope all of you are having an amazingly beautiful, blessed day. I love all of you. I appreciate all of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.